And moving on to an afternoon game here at Three Bold Takes, we have two teams that are currently atop the ACC standings here in Week 12. Yes, you heard me correct. These two teams above mine and Quinn heads right now are atop the ACC standings. Those two teams are Virginia and Duke. Now, preseason, if you would have told me that, I would have thought, what the heck happened in the ACC? But we've seen it happen over the course of this year so far. So this is an interesting matchup for both of these two teams. They both only have one loss in conference play, as I mentioned. Both are still alive to make the conference championship. Both are still alive to make the playoffs. I know that's a stretch, like when you're talking Virginia Duke, and I don't care how many losses you have. Talking to Duke here at 5-4, if you win the conference, you're in. It doesn't matter what your out of conference record is. You win the conference, you're in. So there's a chance. And they have a very good chance to get another conference win this week against Virginia, coming in as a 6.5-point favorite at home, with a 60% chance to win, according to ESPN.
Yeah, they say that riding with your preseason predictions is a dumb thing to do. But I can vividly remember telling people, hey, watch out for the Duke Blue Devils. And people would be like, what are you talking about, Duke? I was like, I know. They're this year's SMU. They play a weak ACC schedule. We're going to look up in November and go, oh my goodness, Duke could do this thing. Here we are. Here we are now. One question I have is, how are they ahead of Georgia Tech right now? Because doesn't Georgia Tech have the head-to-head on Duke? Or is it because there's so many teams with one loss that because of the way the algorithm spits out the two teams?
So I mean, currently, if you go like based upon like head-to-heads right now, it's Georgia Tech 1, Virginia 2, Pittsburgh 3, SMU 4, Duke 5. But I think Duke is at 5 because they've only played 5 conference games. Everybody else has played 6. So they're
Okay.
one shy in the W column because they haven't played that game yet.
Okay. Okay. Give me Duke, baby. I know it sounds stupid to ride with a Duke has looked so bad, but how ACC would it be for you to look up at the end of November? Because they can't have really anybody quality left either, do they? They got like Virginia. I know they got
That's
North
what I wanted
Carolina.
to. That's what I wanted to bring up. They've got Virginia this week, then North Carolina, and then Wake Forest.
Yeah, dude. Give me Duke. I think you look at that schedule because Wake Forest is the most. We called this, by the way. I think I'm pretty sure we called this last week where we were talking about Wake Forest and Virginia. Wake Forest is the most up and down football team on the planet. It's
Mm.
like one week they're going to be high and then the next week they're going to drop. But I think Duke gets this done. I think it's at home. I think Virginia's shaking. I don't think they can handle the spotlight. Now, granted, neither can Duke. None of these real players, other than Georgia Tech, I believe in Georgia Tech, but none of these teams at the tippity top here can really hold the spotlight. But I would not. They win this game, they're a lock to go to the ACC title game. So give me Duke to get it done at home against Virginia, and then we're looking in North Carolina, in Charlotte, North Carolina, in championship weekend, going, man, is Duke about to make the college football playoff as a 4-loss football team? And the answer, maybe.
And see, like that's what's crazy because we're over here talking about, and we did this before, like 3 lost teams making the playoffs. It happened last year, and the conversation is, well, can it happen? Yes, it did last year, and the only reason is because they won the conference. I cannot believe we're in a situation right now, Quinn, where Duke has 4. They just got beat by UConn.
Yeah.
UConn, and we're talking about them potentially playing for the ACC championship game. Um, Oh my gosh, that's unreal. I'm gonna ride with Duke too. I'm gonna ride with them as well. Um, I thought Virginia was way overhyped to begin with. Whenever it came to the playoffs rankings, I thought Georgia Tech was very disrespected, being ranked behind both Louisville and Virginia. That's just my own opinions, and if you watch the football games, you would understand that, and don't just box score watch and you see a 12-point loss to NC State. As you say all the time, Quinn, NC State's one of those teams that will win these games. Every year they're going to win those games against somebody. That's just who they are. It's who they always have been. So it didn't really come as a big shock there. But what is a big shock is the Duke Blue Devils have a chance to actually play for the ACC championship game with 4 losses. We're talking about a team, oh my gosh, we're talking about a team that is 2 games above bowl eligibility if they win out.
Yeah.
And they're in the conference championship. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, granted, chaos has to happen above them too, because Georgia Tech does hold the tiebreaker over them currently. And then I'm not sure, because of their weak schedule, their opponent's winning percentage will probably be lower, so they may be kicked out due to the tiebreakers and things like that too.
How much chaos really has to occur, though, because Georgia Tech and Pitt play each other. One of them's going to eliminate one of those. And then Virginia, they can eliminate. So that just leaves Louisville and SMU.
And we just talked to Louisville.
Let's talk about Louisville, and they could lose to Clemson, so that just leaves SMU. And let's be real, SMU ain't been the most impressive team on the planet this year.
Yeah.
They're telling me they can't get upset? I'm just saying.
I mean, SMU's 7-3 on the year too. I mean, they haven't looked too impressive, like you said. I guess I just hope. I just want to hope that it would take chaos for Duke to play it.
What the ACC championship game is SMU and Duke?
Can we just take 3 Big 12 teams instead of an ACC? No, can we take 2 Group of 5 teams instead of the ACC champion?
Hey, don't sleep on James Madison, dude. They might be the G5 rep because nobody.
They very well could be.